This is the Misfit Vegan Podcast, episode 423. If you'd like to be successful, you'd need to intentionally develop the habits of the kind of person you want to be. So, if you want to be raw vegan, here are my top 5 habits of a raw vegan. And I'm going to give you some bonus ones too. But number 1, buying ripe, almost ripe, and unripe fruit. This is a habit of a raw vegan that you need to have if you want to be raw. You're going to have to buy 3 stages of fruit. You can't just buy all unripe fruit. What are you going to eat? You can't just buy all ripe fruit. All the fruit's going to be ripe and you're not going to have anything for tomorrow or the next day. Ripe, almost ripe, and unripe fruit. These are the 3 stages of fruit, and you need to have these 3 stages of fruit in your house at all times. It's easy once you learn how to do it, okay? And yeah, you might have a bunch of bananas that will ripen all at the same time, and that's no problem. You put them in the freezer. Or you can put fruit in the fridge. If you put fruit in the fridge, it will last up to a week more than if it's on the counter. Number 2, buying more than you think you will need. This is a major habit of a raw vegan. Buying more than you think you will need. Because there is nothing that is going to sabotage your success as a raw vegan more than not having the food that you eat. If you don't have any ripe fruit or fruit in the freezer, if you don't have any of your food, you will eat other food. And you'll say that you don't have enough discipline, and you'll say that you're self-sabotaging. But the truth is you just didn't buy enough fruit. And that is a habit that you're going to have to cultivate. I was going to say that's a skill, but it doesn't feel like a skill exactly. Number 3, ripening and freezing bananas. Raw vegans have a habit of ripening and freezing bananas, okay? Bananas are a big part of my diet and most raw vegans' diets, unless they're in the tropics. And I am in the tropics, and I have to say I do have a lot less smoothies than I used to in New York. In New York, I would have at least 1 smoothie a day with about, 5 to 8 bananas. And listen, it doesn't have to taste like bananas. You can put in some blueberries and dates and hemp seeds. You can put in some mangoes and strawberries and bananas, passion fruit. You can put in some greens, whatever it is. You can switch it up, but bananas should be the base because they have the calories, okay? So that's number 3. The number 4 habit of a raw vegan is always have fruit on you. Raw vegans always have fruit on them. And there's a distinction between being obsessed with food and being prepared with your food. You see, when I had a food addiction, okay, before I went raw, I was obsessed with food. And so I wasn't prepared with my food. I bought food wherever I went. So if I went to the movies, I bought a big thing of M&Ms, popcorn, Skittles. I bought nachos with the cheese on it. You're going to have food wherever you go, right? Like you're always going to eat whatever it is. Whatever you're doing, food's always going to be involved. Raw vegans bring their food, and that's just how it is. Now, I go to the movies. You know what I bring? Whatever the fuck I want. Usually it's grapes, but I've brought papayas. I brought a big-ass papaya to the movies with a bag, a knife, a spoon, and I just cut it in half, scoop out the seeds, eat my papaya in the movie theater. I'm not saying this is convenient and easy to do. I'm not saying that they might not allow you into the movie theater with a knife, but hey, you do you, boo. They let me. I don't know. Okay, number 5. Habits of a healthy raw vegan. The number 5 one is exercising first. Okay, the reason why you want to exercise first is because one habit always affects the rest. And so if you have a habit of exercising first, you're going to be setting yourself up to have a successful day where you make good decisions. Exercise, as you probably know, is the number 1 most unused antidepressant. Okay? And exercise not only puts you in a better mood, it makes you feel good, it gives you more energy, and it helps you to eat a healthy diet because you make good decisions when you feel good, and exercise makes you feel good. I'm not saying you have to sweat. Right now, I'm going for a walk. I happen to be sweating because it is goddamn 112 degrees here in South Florida, but that's not the point. Okay? The point is, you just go for a walk, 45 minutes. You got this, boo. Okay? But it would be great if you could sweat. That would be great. But just get outside as much as you can. Obviously, if it's really, really cold, I would say still go outside, but, do you, boo. Okay? Obviously, it's going to be easier in the summertime, in the spring, in the fall, but do what you can to get outside or get some exercise first thing in the morning. And I know people are like, what does this have to do with being raw? I just told you all the reasons. Rewind it and listen to it, okay? Because going raw and being healthy is not just about eating the food. It's about what you're listening to. It's about the things you're saying. It's about moving your body because you want to move your body if you want to be healthy. There's no one on earth that is healthy that does not move their body. Do what you can. If you're in a wheelchair, you wheel yourself around the block, boo. Okay? You do what you can. You broke your arm, you go for a walk. You don't try to, lift weights or do anything you cannot do physically. You physically do what you can, use what you have. Okay, number 6. Having backup fruit and veggies in the freezer always. Raw vegans have a habit of always having backup food. If you don't have backup food, I know for a fact you're not a real raw vegan. Okay, real raw vegans, they have bananas in the freezer at all times. They have frozen fruit at all times. And me personally, I have frozen veggies. So I have peas and I might have some corn. I mean, me personally, I don't really eat vegetables besides peas. I really do like green peas in my salad sometimes, but that's it. And it's not for the protein. It's because I like the way they taste. But that's pretty much it. Now, there's lots of other veggies, though, you could have. You can have corn, carrots, broccoli, spinach. If you like veggies, get some frozen veggies and put them in the freezer for backup. Asparagus, okay, whatever, cauliflower. Put them in the freezer for backup. And this will also help you, okay, if you really, really, really want to break your food addiction and you currently are not even raw, you're not raw, but you're not even vegan or you're not even eating healthy, here's what I would do. I would have backup food that consists of things that can stay for a long time. So the frozen, obviously, but I would have things like sweet potatoes or squashes. I would have things in my house that I could put in the fridge that can last over a month. Okay? And I do that sometimes still to this day, although I haven't been doing it lately because they always go bad. But when I first went raw, I wanted to make sure I had food in my house so like if I couldn't eat raw, I would have at least healthy cooked food that I could eat, right? If I didn't have time to go shopping. This is when I was very busy. Now I'm retired, so there's always fresh, ripe, juicy, delicious, ripe, unripe, and almost ripe fruit in my house. But back in the day, I was a very, very busy CEO. I was very important. And sometimes I just wanted to make sure that I had backup. Okay? So have backup. If you're going to try to be 100% raw, then have frozen fruit and vegetables as your backup. If you're trying to just be healthy, then have some sweet potatoes in the fridge. They last like fucking months. Okay? I know outside the fridge it lasts at least a month. All right. So now I want to share some of the tips from my community. So I posted in my private Facebook group about habits. I asked everyone, what are some of the habits of a raw vegan? Okay, hold on one second. Raw, I have to look it up. Why didn't I do this before I started filming? I never do. Okay. That's not it. Okay, well, I can't find the... Wait, I'm going to find it. Most recent. Here we go. Okay, that's the post about that. Sorry, we post a lot in this group. Oh, here we go. I found them. Okay. So, wow, nobody wrote anything. Okay, great. No, somebody wrote, having quick, easy, and delicious raw recipes. Okay, yeah. Having quick, easy, and delicious raw recipes is a habit of a raw vegan, because let me tell you right now, if you're gonna come home late at night, you're stressed, you're hungry, you're starving, although I know you're not starving, just like in our society we say starving, but you come home and you're really, really hungry. If you don't know a quick, easy, simple, delicious salad dressing, there's no way you're going to make a salad and enjoy it and eat it. You're going to make something like something in the microwave or something. So here are some quick, easy, simple, delicious dressings, okay? Tahini, maple syrup, mustard, lemon, a little bit of water. You mix that up in a cup or a bowl with a spoon or a fork, and bam, you have a dressing. Okay, no blender required. Okay, so that's tahini, mustard, maple syrup, lemon juice, water. You don't really even need the lemon juice, but I like to add it. Okay, that's like my favorite. And so you find these quick and easy and simple ones. There's another simple one. I mean, all the ones that I personally do are simple, in my opinion. But it's mustard. Pumpkin seeds, garlic, lemon, a date. I like to do dill, parsley, and some lemon juice. Yeah, add some water, blend that up. It's so freaking good. It tastes like pesto, in my opinion, okay? Especially if you like dill, you will love this dressing. So have at least 5 simple, easy dressings, okay? Tahini and lemon are just like, and a little bit of water. This is like delicious, in my opinion, but some people, they want it a little more fancy. I'm a creature of habit, so I don't mind having the same thing every night. I love it. When I find something that I love it. There's also one that's good: pistachios, celery, orange, lime. This is really good too. That's Karen Ramsey put me onto that recipe. Anyway, that's it. Those are the habits of a raw vegan. If you can think of any other habits of a raw vegan, I would love, love, love to know them. Send me an email, or just, I don't know if you can comment on this podcast, but you can send me an email, jd@Ms.FitVegan.com. If you'd like to be part of my private community, you can go to MisfitMondays.com. And lastly, I just wanted to say that if you wanted to work with me one-on-one, I'm starting my next group coaching course. Okay, you'll be working with me one-on-one and in a group, and it starts next Sunday, August 13th. So if you're interested, send me an email, jd@MisfitVegan.com. Send me the words "I am ready." As soon as I see those words pop up, I respond immediately to those emails, because I get a lot of emails, and those emails I respond to immediately. So send me an email. It's a place where you're going to meet women that you're going to be friends with for life. You're going to learn not only how to be a raw vegan, okay, but you're also going to learn how to let go of limiting beliefs, okay? You're going to learn to let go of self-sabotage, and you're going to learn to finally love yourself, which is the secret to breaking your food addiction. If you don't love yourself or even like yourself, then how can you expect to value yourself and treat yourself with love and respect? It's not possible, okay? So we have to learn how to love ourselves. First we like ourselves, then we learn how to love ourselves. And then we can stop doing the things that are making ourselves miserable. Because let me tell you something right now. You might not know this, okay? But we actually choose suffering because it's what we think we deserve, okay? Yeah, we're getting a reward from suffering. We almost get like a high. You know why? Because we're proving ourselves right, okay? We're proving that we're not good enough. We're proving that we cannot lose weight. We're proving that we always are going to be addicted to this food. We can't ever resist this food. We can't ever stop drinking. And we get some type of high from proving ourselves right. And it's really sick and twisted. But I know about it because I had it, okay? For 26 years, I had a food addiction. And it was truly a nightmare every single day. I was exhausted. As soon as I woke up, I was exhausted because I I knew what was going to happen. I had proved it so many times that I was going to be on a diet all day. I was going to eat, I wasn't going to eat breakfast. I was going to eat a little salad for lunch and a little chicken and a little green beans for dinner. And then I was going to binge all night. I knew it. I knew I was going to starve myself all day and binge all night. And so I was mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually exhausted from just like being in this horrible cycle of trying so hard to be on a diet. And you don't have to be on a diet ever again. You were not born to be on a diet. You were born to be on a live it. So please let go of the old way of doing things, because if you don't find a new way to do things, nothing is going to change. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a new result. It's not going to change. So you don't need to be in my course, but you need to change your thoughts. Your thoughts, telling yourself what you are, what you can and cannot do, is not working. It's not working to keep telling yourself, I always do this. This is the way I am. I can never resist French fries. I can never eat a raw vegan diet for more than a day, for more than a month. Wow, this is crazy. You know, I'm eating raw for 7 days. This is not me. This is not like me. I always binge. I can't not eat chocolate. I can't go 7 days without chocolate. You see, you have these stories that are just thoughts that you've had over and over and over and over again that became beliefs. We got to change that. So either you find a way to do it on your own, or you work with me and 9 other women to do it in the next 6 weeks. You dedicate the next 6 weeks to changing your identity. That's what it takes. If you want to work with me, send me an email, jd@Ms.FitVegan.com, and I'll see you in the course. Bye, boo.